Hello, second grade. This is Miss Pencil with your second option for your science activities this week. We are going to be looking at animal communication and the different ways that happens. Animals might not speak in words like we do, but they have other ways of communicating. Whale song, wolf howls, frog croaks, bird chirps, even the wiggling dance of the honeybee or the wagging of a dog's tail. Those are all among the many ways animals share information with each other. Did you know that even when your dog is wagging his tail, he's sending a message? The different styles of communication are visual, which is seeing. You've got the example of the fireflies, the peacocks, and the cobra snakes. The auditory, which is hearing. The examples they give here are the elephants, the whales, and the wolves. Tactile, which is touching. They're using dogs, baboons, and horses as examples in this picture. And for the chemical, it's the same thing as smelling, which is cats, ants, and definitely skunks use smelling. Visual communication is what you see. These are actions or postures, ways of arranging the body that show a mood. Dogs that wag their tails are happy. Cats that arch their backs are threatening. Fireflies show bioluminescence. They use chemicals to light up. And peacocks, they use their amazing tails to attract attention. Auditory, or the hearing communication. Some animals use verbal communication, which is making sounds like meowing, barking, howling, chattering, squeaking, and many, many more. Sometimes they make other sounds too, like when a dolphin slaps its tail on the water. If this noise sends a message to other animals, it's considered communication. The auditory. You probably know that when people from different places speak, they might use different words or have different accents. Animals do this too. Animals in different places make sounds in different dialects. For example, one study found that blue whales use different patterns of pulses, tones, and pitches depending on where they are from. And what about the animals that live on the border between areas? Some birds have been seen to become bilingual and able to sing in the style used by each of their groups of neighbors. However, human noise is interfering with animals' ability to communicate. Increased shipping traffic over the last century has made it harder for whales to hear each other around the ocean basin. Studies have found that songbirds, too, suffer from noisy urban environments. Some species have had to modify their singing styles, producing songs that are louder and shriller in order to be heard. Sometimes this can be less appealing to other birds and change their behavior too. For the tactile communication, which is touch, same thing. Some animals communicate with the way they touch each other. Primates like monkeys bond by cleaning each other. If you've ever been to the zoo and seen that where the monkeys are picking through each other's hair, you know what they're talking about there. A bee sting warns the victim to stay away from the hive. What do you think the poking quills on a porcupine communicate? What about a dog licking your hand? What do you think that's supposed to communicate? Chemical communication. Some animals can even use chemicals to communicate. A skunk uses its smell to keep predators away. Have you ever seen a cat or a dog pee on a tree? They may have been marking their territory. There are smells in these animals' urine that tells others, hey, I live here, this is my space. Pay attention to the animals around you and how they may be communicating with each other and even with you sometimes. They don't use words, but they are definitely saying plenty.